100 videos on dating and relationships, specifically dating anxiety. And none of them will tell you this. So they all say the same thing, these videos, right? I don't know if you're out there searching around dating anxiety, you want information on this, right? And all of the videos are saying, be more confident, practice flirting, change your body language, reframe rejection. But not one video talks about what is actually at the root of dating anxiety, which is your emotional wounds from childhood. And that is what we're going to get into today. I am Lisa Concepcion. I'm a certified life coach, and I specialize in dating and relationships. And I help people who might do well professionally, yet struggle to overcome relationship patterns that were wired into them long ago. And you don't even know it. Often not even aware that this is happening. And I can tell you, after years of coaching, dating anxiety is almost never about confidence. It's a teeny part of it, but it's deeper. It's about unhealed relationship trauma that lives in your nervous system. And so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what is causing your dating anxiety and then giving you some steps and some tools to offer some relief so that things can be shifted. Okay? So problem, solution for you. So if you're watching this, smart person, you're on YouTube, capable, probably done well for yourself, and you are a problem solver. You have a problem going on in your relationships. You come to YouTube, you want to find out why. But when it comes to dating, maybe you think, I get frozen, I get really agitated, I avoid it, I don't want to deal with it, it's too stressful, there's too much drama. Maybe you've consumed a lot of dating advice on YouTube, but nothing sticks, right? You've watched a lot, you've read books, but here's the thing, you want love in your life, but when you meet someone, you slip into that doom thinking, worrying that they'll ghost you, and then that makes you more anxious, and then even you'll get clingy, and you'll start becoming opposite, like aloof and avoidant, and just not even paying attention to their interest. You're just assuming that it's going to be awful. So here's the thing, however way you roll in this and however way dating anxiety shapes out for you and shows up for you, you can change this, right? I know people who have done it. I have helped them. I have done it myself. And the problem that you really should understand here is deep inside, there's a younger past version of you, an inner child or an inner teenager that learned that love and connection were not safe and unpredictable. And it had to be earned. Your love had to be earned. You had to be a good boy or a good girl. And you're like, well, what is wrong with me then? And that version of you who questions your worth, like, I'm not good enough because I have to be a certain way in order to get love. This is what's running in your nervous system. And that's why, even though you're a responsible adult, you're holding it down, paying your bills, living your life, when you try to date, it triggers these old survival processes and responses of fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And so you're basically dating from a wounded younger version of you instead of the adult you who is watching this video right now looking for solutions to this problem. So the general solution that you'll see out there, because I've done all kinds of research on this topic and I post content on it, everything tells you that the problem is surface level. Oh, you're lacking confidence. Just talk to more people. Use this hack, that hack. Reframe rejection. Rejection is protection. All the things, right? And while there are some useful benefits to knowing those things, of course, but the problem is you can't outthink or hack your nervous system. So all of this positive affirmations and all this, if your nervous system is like, yeah, no, it's no. And you can't change it. If your body believes that dating equals danger, no amount of positive thinking, of breathing, meditation, you can't even sit still when your nervous system is all jacked out. The second thing is when these surface solutions don't work, like I'll just be more confident, I'll do more self-care, I'll do yoga, and you're starting to do all these things for yourself, but they don't work. It's not changing the game. You start to think that something is fundamentally wrong with you, and that just reinforces shame, self-criticism, And then what happens? Even more anxiety. So, like, dating anxiety is a thing, it becomes a vicious cycle. So, here's what I teach my clients instead: we stop trying to override the anxiety. That's number one. You acknowledge that you're anxious, but you go to heal the root cause of what's behind the anxiety. And that means that you get to reconnect with your past versions of yourself, the ones that may have been rejected or made to feel like they weren't good enough, and perhaps learn that love was scary or conditional or inconsistent. And we basically then teach your nervous system that connection and relationship can be safe. However way it shakes out, whether they stay or go, it doesn't matter. You have to be able to feel safe, and that's what I teach. So once that happens, that anxiety fades away, because now your body no longer perceives dating as a threat. And then you get to date as a healed adult instead of the past wounded version of yourself. And the inner work that follows with all of this, right? The inner work you start to do is helping you to develop self-love and self-trust. So once you trust yourself, you don't have that anxiety feeling anymore. You're not as connected to an outcome of being validated by a relationship. Once you connect with these past versions of yourself and promise to be their truest love, their best friend, their leader, protector, caretaker, then love is from within. You develop self-love. You look for it within. And everything calms down from there. This was massive for me. I had to learn this myself. Now I teach it to other people and I make it fun. So here's why this works. It works because it aligns with how your nervous system is actually wired. And dating anxiety is both a mind issue and a body issue. It's a somatic and emotional issue that's tied to attachment wounds and inner child experiences. So when you address it at that deeper level, everything changes. And that's where true empowerment comes from. And then you're dating like a total badass because you're sitting there like, hey, instead of me worrying if they like me, I'm going to sit back and get to know this person and decide if I like them. So I have a client who realized that her nervous system was super jacked out still after being dumped a week before her prom when she was 17. So here she is, a grown-ass woman, 46 years old, and remembering through this work, this version of her at 17 who was massively rejected, totally embarrassed. She had her dress, the limo, the plans, the whole thing. And this guy dumped her a week before, mortified. So this was a massive trust issue for her that formed, a big trauma. She didn't even go to her prom. She was mortified, embarrassed. So there was a lot of shame around this triggering event, right? This traumatizing event. And she always struggled having trust with men. She couldn't trust men. She was like, I could go along having an amazing relationship and then the shoe will drop. So she was always waiting for that thing to happen where they'll cheat on her, they'll dump her, all of this. So she would always attract men later in life who were dishonest, disloyal, betrayed her. And that only continued to prove her belief right, which was aligned with what her nervous system was telling her. Her nervous system, the set point was for cheating, disloyalty, can't trust men, right? So her nervous system was basically guiding her life. And everything she was experiencing was proving herself true, proving those beliefs true over and over again. Men will only break my heart. That's what she thought. But she noticed that deep down, she truly longed for a loving adult relationship. And she decided to do this inner work. And she was able to shift her mind, heal those old wounds, reconnect with those versions of herself, and release the tension that was stored in her body for all these years. And remember, again, super important, we attract based on what our nervous system is wired to attract. You can desire for love, you could desire money, you could desire whatever. But if your nervous system is not wired for those things, you will only attract more heartbreak, more lack, scarcity, all of these beliefs that drive that nervous system. So now she's 45, right? She's finally able, after this work, to return to those moments in her life and really be with her inner 8-year-old, her inner 12-year-old, her inner 16-year-old, like all of these versions of her, and reteach them love, right? Love up on them. Tell them how wonderful they are. And I'll get into how this is a game changer once it's implemented. And so basically how to start this, and I'll add that I was very codependent. So I'm teaching you what I learned and implemented for myself. So I'm not just, saying this out of the blue. So number one, you're going to get the awareness, right? Like notice what is happening when your anxiety shows up, right? Like what are the situations that trigger it? Is it when you're alone and not busy? Do you start checking your phone? Is it when you don't hear from them for a while? Do you feel like you're scared you're going to lose them? Or is it when you're about to see them? Sometimes people get really super anxious leading up to the date, leading up to when you're seeing each other. So do a little self-reflection because your anxieties can pop up from everybody's different, right? And so I had a client, I'll give you an example, who told me that her anxiety would hit when she checked her phone and didn't see a text response to her prior text and that she was left on read. And she would immediately start with self-judgment saying, I want to text him hello, but I don't want to seem needy. I feel anxious. He's not interested, but she would just tense up in her shoulders. She'd feel it like right away in her neck and her shoulders. So think about your body, right? Think about when you feel those pangs of anxiety, where do you feel it the most? Do you feel it in your stomach, in your head? Do you get like a neck ache? Like think in terms of your body and do some inventory there. Now, the second step is regulation. Once you've decided, ooh, I'm feeling really anxious. Ooh, I feel it in my neck. I want to get present. I'm going to regulate. I'm going to get present. And one of the things that brings you into the present super fast is this little exercise using your 5 senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you taste? What do you touch? What do you smell? And you're going to go one by one by one. By the time you get to the third one, you're already locked into center, locked into the now. You're brought into the now. And another thing that you can do is you can sway your body from side to side. Sometimes, like I'll do this a lot with my hands when I'm feeling a little anxious. It's just like this soothing and it brings you into center. The third step of this is reconnecting with the wounded versions of you, right? So this is the opportunity where you get to ask yourself, which version of you is afraid? Because anxiety and fear, they hang out together, right? First you get afraid of something and then you get anxious. Tell them that you're there for them. So connect to your inner 8-year-old, 10-year-old, whatever one pops up for you. Connect with them and remind them, I love you so much. I'm here for you. It's all going to be okay. What do you need from me right now? And they might reveal they're nervous about what outfit they're wearing. They'd rather wear pants. They don't want to wear a dress, right? Like it's these little details. It's all about how do you feel? What do you need? And when you're doing this work, consider having a paper and pen because these younger versions of you will come with so much wisdom and so much clarity about what is actually going on that you might want to write them down. And basically you're kind of asking them what they need from you. And when you get into that habit of asking yourself, how do I feel right now? What do I need? It's the most self-loving and kind question, and just meeting yourself where you are is all you can ask for, right? We're all going through stuff. We're not perfect people, right? We're on this adventure, this journey. And along the way, there's going to be moments of anxiety. It could be work related. It could be relationship related. So since I'm a life coach, I kind of coach on multiple things, but once you have that way of caring for yourself, that anxiety starts to melt away. It's replaced with confidence. And that's when you just start attracting the best people. And that's what I totally want for you, because from someone who used to be super codependent, I was able to kick this and really find myself in a very happy, harmonious relationship at midlife. So I'd love for that to happen for you. So if you've been stuck in dating anxiety and nothing has worked and you're watching video after video, I'm hopeful that this one rang a bell for you. Just know it's not your fault, right? You're doing all the right things. You don't know what you don't know. So hopefully this video gave you some information. You've just been taught the wrong approach, and I'm hopeful that this one helped you. And if you want to go deeper with this work, I invite you to get my free love life assessment at lovequestcoaching.com. The link is in the description to that, and I'll show you exactly where your patterns come from and how to start unwiring them. You totally deserve to date from a place of ease and joy and fun and authenticity and not fear. And the healing is absolutely possible. I did it, so can you. And thank you so much for watching. I want to hear from you. Comment in the comments if this resonated with you, and let me know if you would like to connect, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much. Till the next one. Bye.